We need to start being violent with these f***ers. Playing nice and playing cordial is not doing a damn thing. We need to start throwing elbows and fists.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to the show. We have got a great one planned for you today, but before we get going, we really need to thank today's sponsor. It is at Damone Hogan 5064. So thank you very much, Damone, for sponsoring today's episode and for continuously coming back to the channel and leaving comments. It really makes a huge difference, and it's fun to hear from you. All right, Damone, I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day, but we need to get on with the rest of the show. Let's do it. I came across this really interesting picture. It was of the front page, it looks like, of an old newspaper. It's from 1962, and it was the St. Louis Globe-Democrat. Not a great name, but I won't judge too harshly. But it shows an interesting headline. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Can tiny Walmart survive against the big guys? Well, I would say yes. It's kind of weird to have anybody talk about Walmart being one of the tiny guys. And you can see here, Woolco, I believe, is not in business unless it morphed into Walgreens. I don't know, but I think that's gone. Kmart, I'm pretty sure, is extinct. At least all the places I ever knew a Kmart to be. So yeah, I think Walmart is going to do just fine.
Look at this.
I love the Japanese culture, but they are weird. They are very strange in certain areas of their culture. And game shows is definitely probably the most bizarre aspect of the Japanese culture. Anyways, this next clip is, I don't know if it's a game show or if it's part of a talk show. I don't know. It's all just very strange. Check it out.
往前一点，这里有。好。
来，我讲开始，再开始了。好，准备好了吗？好。舌头举重 ，ready go。哦。
哇，手套要背后面，手套不可以
对，手要背后面对。
好嘞，来下巴。没有哦，很高。好，有。这里。
来，多少
？26、27、28、28.5。
28.5。
I think we're about to see the next evolution, the next generation of a fly swatter. It is super high tech. It has a laser. So what could go wrong? Check it out.
Go on.
Sometimes in life, you just need to slow down and give a little positive karma out into the universe. And if you do, you might get twofold back. Check it out.
Открой окно. Открой окно. Погладь. Нет.
All right, my friends, it is time, and we are ready to jump into that liberal pool of madness. And today, my friends, it's going to be a tough one. So sit back, relax, and buckle up. We're about to enter the Lib Zone.
Here's
what we're not going to do with the information coming out about the Annunciation Catholic School event.
Okay.
We are not going to make this about how trans people are the problem. We are not going to be attacking the LGBTQ community over this.
Oh, okay. So white trans women are women until they shoot up a Catholic mass? Then they're white males. All right. Got it.
Because let me give you this statistic.
Okay.
Of all the mass events like this since 1966 at schools and other places,
What?
98% have been by cis men.
Well, okay. But they weren't called cis men back then. They were just called men. Because transgender didn't exist back in 1966. Why don't we just go back to, I don't know, 1766?
53% of those, white cis men.
Whoa.
Four
Okay.
in the last decade have
4?
been by transgender people. 4. So you tell me where the problem lies.
Well, I think maybe math is the problem here because 4, in my understanding, is less than 9, which is the true number of transgender mass shooters in America over the last decade or so. Oh, wait, actually, it's now 10 because we need to add Robert to the list. So let's just take a look at some of these transgender shooters over the years. It's such a waste and a shame that just because these people, their mental illness wasn't treated properly, their delusions were supported and, accepted by a lot of people. And because of that, people had to die. Innocent people had to die. And it's a shame. And this lady saying that there is not an issue with transgender shooters, but in this graph right here, this shows something different. This is mass shooting rates by demographic, and look who's leading the pack by a mile. It's the transgender, non-binary group, by far. You can see the white bar is almost, well, it's not going to say non-existent. It is existent, but it's not even close to the trend we're seeing with the trans group, just resulting in violence because something is driving these young men absolutely insane. I think we need to start looking at the drugs. I don't know. Something is affecting these young men and not in a good way. And because of that, people are suffering, people are dying.
And here's one more to leave you with if you don't believe my argument.
I don't.
70%. That is the percentage of white cis males that perpetrated these things on K-12 campuses between 1997 and 2022.
Wow, it's very specific. I'm not sure why she stopped at 2022, considering we're in 2025. I wonder why that is.
I was at a school during one of these events when I was in college. I was at the University of Arizona when the nursing school was hit, and my dorm was in the parking lot of where that was. I could hear the shots from my dorm room.
Wait, your dorm was in the parking lot? What kind of messed up dorm room did you live in? But that's scary that you had to live through that. I'm not going to take anything away from your experience. I myself have been I guess a witness, but yeah, there was a mass shooting. I guess you could call it a mass shooting. I don't know if 4 people. Anyways, at my workplace in Salt Lake City back in the day, a shooter came in and started shooting people, and it was well, honestly, for me, it wasn't actually that scary. It was kind of I don't know what the word is. It's not exciting, but it wasn't scary. I don't know, but unfortunately, people did get hurt. I think at least one person got killed in that. But yeah, they had SWAT, they had helicopters out there, they had the whole 9 yards to get this guy out of there. And I heard the shots just a couple floors down. But yeah, so hey, look, it's a dangerous world out there. Not gonna lie about that.
This was in 2002. Okay. Why on earth is this still happening? But we will not be blaming the LGBTQ population.
Well, we're not blaming the LGB population, but we're definitely blaming the T population because that's where it's all at. I've never really met a crazy LGB member, maybe flamboyant, but never crazy. But the T's, oof, you gotta watch out for the T's. You never know what kind of T you're gonna get. Boston Mom says, is this not a white man? Well, let's take a look. Well, looks like a white man to me. I mean, it's got ponytails, but that's definitely a dude. The name change and ponytails doesn't disqualify him from being a white man, and that's exactly the point. You can call him whatever you want, but Robert is still a man, however he wants to dress himself up as. Mike Davis posted, maybe, just maybe, we should stop telling the most severely mentally ill people gender dysphoria. They are targets, loading them up with hormones, affirming their mental illness instead of treating it, and letting them roam our streets. That is right to the point and on target.
I don't know about you, but I'm literally so f***ing stressed out about everything that's going on in America.
I'm not. I'm cool.
It's a lot. It's too much. This is not what we want.
I'm sorry.
Like, what do we do? I hate this.
I'm sorry for laughing, but that lady is a product of the mainstream media fear-mongering. She is plugged into that hive mind, and all they do is say, the planet is going to end in 12 years because of climate change, and, Orange Man bad.
I have an idea. Okay. How about some of our billionaires
all right,
get together and offer to buy back assault weapons or semi-automatic weapons?
No.
And since they have so much money, they can give the money to the gun owners.
Oh, okay.
And then melt down the weapons.
Wow.
I don't know if you've noticed, a lot of the billionaires that we're very tired of hearing about, they don't really do much for philanthropy. They just hoard their wealth. So maybe this would be a good way for them to solve a problem which leads to the number one cause of death in children, which of course is gun violence.
Well, of course, gun violence is not the number one cause of death in children. I think it is actually, from what I read, it's like accidents, right? It's getting hit by a car or drowning in a pool or falling off something and hitting their head maybe. There's a lot of things that can take out a child, but guns is definitely not top of the list. Trump Force 4547 says trans people seem to be the number one cause of death in children lately, and I wouldn't take $1 million to give up all my guns. What good is money if we are defenseless against a tyrannical government? And that, my friends, is a good point. John Q. Public says, if I buy a gun, it's because I want to own that gun. Why would I sell it? I mean, if you want to pay me 4 times what it's worth, I might, but just so I can go replace it and buy 3 more guns. Well, that makes sense. Oh, that's funny. Outlaw Shamrock says, the number one cause of death for kids is not gun violence. Well, that's exactly what I said. It is just common accidents that happen in everyday life. Unfortunately, stuff happens.
Okay, so.
Okay.
I held this in because I wanted to sit with it and say it the correct way.
Okay.
But within minutes after hearing about the situation this morning, I think it's awfully ironic how it has been said that many of these situations have felt to be orchestrated in the past. And here we are, in the place in the world that we are,
okay,
where the type of religion that this specific incident happened
okay, here we go
in the home of is being pushed across our country.
Right. So those dirty Christians, is that what you're saying? I think that's the underlying message of what you're trying to say. I think I could be wrong.
Wouldn't it make sense that the people that are trying to push that agenda would be the ones in the back alley that actually orchestrated it, so that they would have a reason to further create more chaos and divide by saying, look what happened?
Wait, are you saying that the Catholic Church somehow orchestrated Robert to go in and shoot a bunch of people so they could get more members? I don't know what you're talking about. You're kind of going a little crazy now. There are the eyes. Crazy
There's no
eyes.
way to know that. But that's what this feels like to me. This feels like a bullshit setup.
Okay.
That unfortunately children were the victims of, but do the government or the people that potentially did this, would they care? Absolutely not. They don't care about taking out kids if it gets their people to get riled up and back them more.
Oh, so it was MAGA that orchestrated this to get people riled up? I don't know.
So think about that.
I'm so sick of this, y'all.
Me too.
This shouldn't happen.
No, you are totally
There's no
right.
excuse for this. And it seems like school pew-pewing season starts earlier and earlier every year. And we just allow it. I feel terrible for the kids. I feel so bad for not just the victims, but the people who witnessed it and will now have to live with that for the rest of their lives.
That's very true. That's very true.
I don't feel bad for their parents.
Why?
This happened at a Catholic school.
So this is another anti-Christian rant turning into... Okay, whatever, guy.
There should have been no children there at all.
Why?
We know what the church does to kids. So.
Oh, gosh. Well, that is true. But it doesn't happen in every single Catholic church. You know? But, I mean, does it happen? Yeah. Anyways, I think you're kind of missing the point here, guy.
I feel terrible for the kids. May the universe protect them from their Catholic parents.
What? What? Okay, I don't understand the anti-Catholicism, anti-Christianism that this I don't even know if it's a guy, girl, they, them, whatever she is, he is. I don't understand where this is coming from. But it seems to be on the rise.
And the church.
Of course.
Y'all can shove your thoughts and prayers right where the brightest of the suns don't shine.
Wow.
So far up that black hole of yours that even your God can't see 'em or hear 'em. Because I'm all out of compassion for Christian nationalists.
There it is.
Y'all. You did this.
Oh.
Trans people belong here. We need trans people. We love trans people. Trans people belong here. We need trans people. We love trans people. Trans people belong here. We need trans people. We love trans people. Trans people belong here. We need trans people. We love trans people. Trans people belong here. We need trans people. We love trans people. Trans people belong here. We need trans people. We love trans people. Trans people belong here. We need trans people. We love trans people. Trans people belong here. We need trans people. We love trans people. You matter. You matter. And I am fighting for you. And I will not stop. I will not stop today. I will not stop tomorrow. You are loved. You matter. You belong here.
Honestly, who votes for these people?
Now, this might get me quite a bit of backlash, but I feel like our politicians need to be f***ing scared of us again. We are playing too nice and too cordially with these assholes who are ruining our lives. Just one example, here in my home state of Michigan, we had one f***ing Republican senator holding everything up, a budget bill that has long been overdue because he did not like what was happening. One f***ing politician, and he's a MAGA f***ing Republican, and he got his f***ing wish. He pushed through an 800-page f***ing bill and screwed Michigan out of $5 billion. And this is the part that
$5 billion? I think you're missing an S there, buddy.
Pisses me off, and why they need to be scared again, because this is happening all over the f***ing country. Not just my state, but all states. So many of these f***ing Republican bastards are trying to screw their constituents over, and we need to start being violent with these f***ers. Playing nice and playing cordial is not doing a damn thing. We need to start throwing elbows and fists.
Hi, this video is for the individual that got kicked off of our flight August 21st, 2025, flying from Denver to Cincinnati, flying Southwest Boeing 737-800. I guess you got kicked off because of your hat or something like that. It said something inappropriate on it, maybe. But it was really annoying that you got kicked off, and this is the reason why. Firstly, the individual that kicked you off was a gay man named Patrick. You asked for his name several times and they would not give it to you. Secondly, I guess your hat had something to do with MAGA. I don't see how that's inappropriate, but I think that supporting our president is absolutely okay. Thirdly, if this was roles reversed and you were Patrick and Patrick was you, the whole internet would be in an uproar, okay? That was so annoying that happened to you, and I'm so sorry that happened to you. Like, legitimately, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Because I also heard that you were on a previous flight, flying with Southwest, from wherever you were coming from, and there was no problems. You had the hat on the whole time. So, really, to stop and delay a flight over a hat is crazy, for one. For two, that was blatant discrimination, and I don't know why it seems to be okay to, like, just blatantly discriminate against people who support the president of the United States of America. Honestly, I don't care what you believe, and I don't care who you voted for. Like, if you want to support a political party, I feel like that's totally fine. But if that's not the reason that you got kicked off and it was some other shit, then I'm just going to shut the f*** up. But if it was for that, Southwest, do better. That was crazy. You delayed our flight for, like, 45 minutes for that shit, okay? And I'm pretty sure it's because Gay Patrick had to run it by the bosses to make sure that he was allowed to go through this discrimination process. But it was wildly unnecessary. So, yeah, next time do better and just get our asses up in the air because nobody cares, all right? So, cool. Hope you're doing great, guy who got kicked off the flight. Hope you're okay. Hope you made it to Cincinnati at some point. All right, bye.
Well, it looks like there might be another candidate throwing in his hat to the mayoral race in New York. But I'm kind of thinking this is just a spoof. In any case, enjoy.
My name is Jason Levin. I'm running for mayor of New York City. First, let me address the rumors. Everything you've read in the news this week is completely 100% true. Rolling Stone reported that I made memes for Andrew Cuomo. This is true. I made a meme that reached 7 million views. It's still on his profile, despite Andrew Cuomo's team distancing themselves from me. You gotta love politicians. Politico reported that I am a provocative MAGA booster and voted for Trump. Yes, I did vote for Trump, and I will be voting for J.D. Vance in 2028, 2032, 2036, 2040, and 2044. Fast Company reported that I deserve the Mark Twain Prize for American humor. I agree. City and State reported that I made a meme that I called ICE on my own employees so I wouldn't have to pay them. I did post that meme, and it's hilarious. This is America. We have free speech. If you don't like that, I will call ICE on you as well. A newspaper called Hellgate, which I had never heard of, said I would like to save the West. This is true. I would like to save the West from communist idiots like you at Hellgate. One user on X with way too much free time went through my Venmo receipts and saw that my parents helped me pay for rent in 2021 and 2022 when I was 24 years old. Just got off a 4-year binge doing drugs and was in debt.
Mr. Levin, is it true that you're Jewish?
My last name is Levin. My nose takes up half my face. I'm a proud Jew, a proud Zionist, and proudly circumcised.
Mr. Levin, how do you keep the subway safe?
I believe the first step is to allow strippers on the subway. There's already poles, and there's a bunch of rich Jews in suits with too much money. You want to keep the subway safe, you add strippers.
What are your thoughts on taxes?
You guys pay taxes?
Thoughts on billionaires?
We should have more of them.
Mr. Levin, what are your thoughts on sex work?
$50 is $50.
Mr. Levin, can we get your thoughts on Mr. Mamdani and Mr. Cuomo?
The Lion does not concern himself with communists.
Mr. Levin, what are your thoughts on mental health?
I'm all out. Sorry, I need to take this real sec.
In this next clip, anybody that tried to mess with this lady would find themselves in a true Fafo moment. This woman is truly stacked and packed and full battle rattle. She is ready for her trips to wherever she needs to go, and she's going to feel completely safe doing it. Check it out.
Today I'm traveling to Alabama by myself. Therefore, I have one on person so I can be comfortable on the trip. But because I'm by myself and I want to feel extra secure, I always have one in my purse. Today is the Red Phoenix Defense truck gun. She's perfect for this trip. Not too big, not too small. She folds, fits in my purse. She has a great sight on her. So she is the perfect candidate to be my passenger. So she rides in my purse. On the passenger side, of course, I always make sure she's secure and comfortable, because for this ride, she's the main course. Now, I always drive in my Louis Vuitton slides, and I have a staccato to the right side of me, and in the glove compartment, that's the XC. Isn't she beautiful? Yes. So if you ever see me on 24, 85, 65, and I'm alone, just know that I'm fully covered. Thank you, Jesus.
For anybody living in the UK, this next clip is just a nice little, well, it might be bittersweet throwback to the way England, the UK used to be not too long ago. Wow, that's pathetic. And another great example of Newsom's wonderful stewardship over California is the absolutely ridiculous prices you find in San Francisco. Let me know if you would pay this amount of money for a Whopper. $17. 18 really, with the meal. There's no way.
How long do you think Donald Trump has before he kicked them out? 6 months? 3 months? Or it can't come soon enough?
I think getting some dentures into your mouth can't come soon enough, my man. Come on, let's have some self-respect. Jeez. It's time for Dave's Detox. That is a cute dog. And apparently he's pretty smart. Good dog.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. What are they doing? Oh, okay. Oh, that's a little bit too big, my friend.
If you're watching video right now,
yeah,
if you're a possum, I want you to know that you too need to wear a seatbelt. Because no one is above the American law.
It's good advice. Wow. Head to head, that's nice. That's kind of weird. Ah, you'd say they're surfing, but I don't think so. Nice. Wow, that's a cute dog. It's pretty. Now, I wonder if a sloth would actually be a good pet.
Hey,
oh no.
Get out of here.
Jeez Louise.
Oh,
how crazy is that?
Bro, he does not give no.
Aww. All right, my friends, that is it for today. I really do hope you enjoyed it. And thank you to all those that subscribed and hit the thumbs up. I appreciate you as well. It makes a difference in the algorithm. And for anybody that shared the episode today, thank you. All right, until the next episode, know that you are loved and appreciated. Stay safe. And until we meet again, have a great day.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear.